So here's a little tour of ValueOutlook's new, soon-to-be released features. You'll start off here on the motion chart page. You can, right now listed as healthcare stocks. I'm not going to go with the demo chart example right now, just showing you how to use the basic features. So you can change the sector, which is a large group of companies, or the industry, which is a much smaller, more specific group of companies. You can, I'll do a little bit of a demo. You can change any of these numbers and they will be reflected. And then this is showing, okay, this company's debt dropped and it rose again. You can create all these stories, sort of, from all these numbers. These charts don't tell you what to do as much as tell you what's going on. And I'll go into these features in a moment. This is good to show right now, though. Like that, and it'll if you click on any of these companies, just real quick, it will remember that. And I didn't want to show this, but what the hell, it'll show a little track. Right now it's a little bit of a problem. The title's too big. I might handle that later. But hi, my name's David Douglas, by the way. I developed this. I'm the Rails developer for the team, and I developed this. So let's log in. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, that's mine. Good. We'll show actually kind of a real one. Damn it, it's annoying. Okay, let's actually show a real one. Damn it. Arrgh. Okay. There we go. Okay, so it takes me back to the home page. I can immediately go to look at a motion chart for just my stocks, almost kind of like they're a sector in this case because it's a fairly large group. It's the same type rules. Yeah, it's just going to go over a couple more features with the motion chart. You can change it from linear to logarithmic. So if right now the revenue is logarithmic, if I didn't do that, the big companies would just take up all the space, or nobody would do it. Okay, Walmart, see? That star means there's a missing data point. It jumps to 2004 and shows you that it has data for that time. Let's go to My Watch Stocks, which is kind of the less known about feature of the site because you have to log in. So this is a list of all my stocks. Let me shrink the browser a little bit so you can see. Yeah, so you can plug in your symbol, add a stock. So let's go to bank. Oh. It's sending me back to the, okay, so it used to be that this was the home page. So it's added the link. And we can pull up a interactive chart for that. The interactive chart, it's interactive because you can change out, what you want the columns to be or the line to be. We decided not to add any more features than that because this allows you to do a really simple comparison of numbers. So there are a fair amount of features that you can or data points that you can look up. So this is for 500 companies, for S&P 500. You can also browse this way. So let's go back to My Watch Stocks because this is one of the more interesting features, or more useful features from an investor standpoint. Maybe not from a developer standpoint. It was pretty easy to add. So here's United Healthcare and McKesson, two stocks that I have no reason to divulge. I don't think I have any reason to divulge, but I own both of them. Largely because of research that I've done on this website, so that's just an interesting fact there. So we start off with it starts off by default with gross margin. I want to go with, let's not go with price, because price is not a standard number. Market cap is basically the same thing. So, right, let's click on both of these companies, and this is pretty neat. Okay, so I haven't mentioned this, but it's been going on. The color of these circles is by default, and again, these are all custom defaults that we've set because they're, we thoughtfully set them. But oh, it stopped. Keeps going. The price earnings ratio is set according to the idea of heat. So the higher it is, the hotter it is. And as you see right here, any stock that's over 100, because I needed a 20 or a 16. See that's not kind of a true blue, true blue. It's a blue chip. There you go. So Yeah, think of the white stocks as white hot. There are no white stocks here. Moving along, almost done here actually. You can spend a lot of time on this site though because there's so many companies and so many different ways you can look at things. So this is the velocities chart. What this chart will do for a we can actually go straight to the interactive line chart. What this will do is it'll turn this. It'll take a set of numbers like these, the revenue numbers, and it'll turn it into a straight line, linear regression, and then it will take the slope of that linear regression, and that is our quote-unquote velocity. And I've taken the liberty to add a couple kind of explanations here, trying to teach people what these things mean, because at first it's like, what? It's just another table. So right now they're sorted by the ratio of their price to book. The slope of their price book ratio. So their price book ratio has been dropped. This one has been dropping by 9. Actually, these are pure numbers. There are no units. But with these, you can see that looks like their shares outstanding has dropped. So that would probably suggest to us that they've bought back some shares. You can sort by. You can click to sort, as it says up there. You can sort by book value slope, the rising slope. So with some of the banks on their book values, you can take a look at that. But obviously there are some companies that are not banks. Google, Apple, Exxon, Kinder Morgan keeps showing up on the charts. So these are all click to sort, and you can actually. So this is just defaults. You can actually use any of our selected data points and create a custom chart if you like. So anyway, you can get some numbers, and I'm not going to do a thoughtful analysis right now, but you can create your own charts. And then I've kind of linkified the whole site, so you can just pass in. This just passes in a symbol, and you can go ahead and just look at a chart for just that stock and still get this. Oh, why isn't it letting me play? This is a bad example. Phillips 66 was just released, so there is no play button. Let's see the motion chart. So we click on this button here. And that's their gross margin. That's really interesting to look at that chart, because there's some companies like McKesson has a gross margin of like 5%, but then United Healthcare has a gross margin of like 40%. Let's take a look at that real quick. Let's kind of finish this with it. That was a cool chart, by the way. It was all over the place. So let's look at McKesson and United Healthcare again, and look at their 20. Okay, it wasn't 40s. It was in the 20s, and they do a lot of similar stuff. But I think these guys might do insurance. But so this is kind of neat to watch, and I wouldn't change the color, the heat mapping, but or the size. I think market cap and PE ratio are perfect, but you can do that. So you could change this to something else, and it would change the colors completely, and it actually does it live. It's very cool. Unfortunately, this motion chart does not work on iPads because it runs on Flash. But so yeah, that's that. I've shown the interactive chart. I've really only shown, this has been a long video, but I have only shown a small percentage of, don't let that fool you, I just want to click it to show you. This is, because we don't have zooming, we can't even really tell what's going on here. So right now this is just kind of neat from a, maybe neat from a computer science perspective, but yeah, so yeah, whatever, that's all right, it's called research. Not research for you, it's research for us. So this concludes my video on the Value Outlook features. We will be releasing a more professional video very soon, I'm sure. Alright, you guys have a nice rest of the day, and be sure to do some research on this chart if you own any stocks. And even if you don't, you can look at all the pretty colors, and it's just very nice.